class will be based on the concepts of neck structure. Now I'm just going to quickly explain the way I think about the whole thing. I'm not looking, when it comes to the martial arts, at a specific technique. Okay, this is technique, how you do this, how you break a neck, how you, I don't know, twist the arm or do a lock or whatever, and then you repeat this and try to memorize it. But rather I explore the whole idea of the neck, of the shoulder, of elbows, wrist, whatever, legs. And then I explore it, then I borrow from other people, I look what other people do, different martial arts, you know, and I just play around with the ideas. So that's basically that's it. And what's the difference in this approach, if there is any difference, is the playfulness, how you learn. You don't learn by repetition, but you learn by playfulness, you know. And I'll explain that in the second part of this lesson when we introduce dynamic training of neck breaking, or breaking the structure of the neck, whatever you can call it. Okay, good. So very first thing, it was gonna look like this, the dragon. And so this is the way, again, one more thing about my approach. It's very important that you can do this under the pressure, so under the resistance. Otherwise it doesn't make sense. I can do anything I want if I just touch him and when you fall, dragon. See? And then, oh, it's a magic touch. And then, oh, it's energy, it's a chi, it's a ki, or whatever. Then, no, it has to be under pressure. So we have to approach the subject as scientists, in a sense, you know, and like young philosophers to be in awe, you know, how are we going to solve this problem and everything else. So let's have a neck. And I'll show a couple of things first, and then I'll explain more in a detail. So I think we should stand here. Okay, good. Okay, good. So very basic thing here, I call it small triangle. I'm not going to use any technical or scientific jargon language. I will just try to describe it as a phenomenon, you know. So it's more kind of describing the phenomena rather than so you can experience this in your own experience. Rather, otherwise science you have to go through. What do you mean by triangle, center, third? How do you call it, the triangle point, on and on. So, okay, good. So we have a neck here. And if the dragon tenses himself up, tense yourself, and I try to break it, it's never going to work. Doesn't matter how strong I'm, okay, if you're super strong and stuff, but it's very hard. So I try it, he resists, yes. So look, it's a space his neck has to travel to break his structure, so to come here pretty much, halfway through, that's right. And then you can possibly break a structure. So what you do, you make a smaller triangle. Okay, if I put my arm here, look at now. This is a big triangle. This is a small triangle here. Okay, now I need less pressure and less traveling from his neck, from his center towards the side here. So stay strong, dragon. Test, okay? So you put it here. See, resist, but look, just a little bit of the movement, and you will break the structure. Now, again, this is not technique. Okay, it's just an idea. But once we're in a combat, once you understand this principle, so sometimes it's some kind of strange position, and then what you're going to do, you're going to see, you're going to push towards the proper direction because you understand the principle, what I call a small triangle. Okay, it's a leverage and everything, but I don't want to. Again, I'm not going to use any kind of scientific explanation. Okay, good. So big triangle. Okay, good. And then you have see small. So it doesn't matter. Resist. This is resist now. But look, I just need to push very little towards my arm. My arm becomes integrated part of his body. And doesn't matter how strong he stays, stay very strong. Resist, really, it doesn't look. And you break the structure. So that's a principle, and this is what's very important, to understand the principle. And then you can explore, okay, this is very basic how we study. Then you can explore, you can put your arm here, you can put arm here, there, whatever. And then I'll give a couple examples, and you can explore from different positions how you do it. You can do it from the back. See, grab it from the back. And much easier. Can you turn? Sorry. Sorry, brother from Hungary. I have to take off. this beautiful gift you gave me. T-board, it's yours. I'll put it back after the class. Okay, good. So it's, see? Stay strong. Push. It doesn't work. Look. It's an idea. You don't need to. There are better ways to do this, but just to show. Okay? You can do it here, there, this way. I'm here. Can you come? Yes. I'm here. Resist. See? Instead of or breaking, resist. That's very hard. But watch. And you break the structure. So it's the same principle from different position. Let me see from here. You can do it from the front. Look. And break the structure there. So there's just a different ideas pretty much how you can do it. You can, wherever you put your arm, see, you can break a structure. Up. Break a structure. So it's a principle of the small triangle. Okay, good. Now, one more thing. When I look at the whole neck area, I'm thinking I can find myself in this position, that position, this position, and back. So I'm investigating, researching, and I'm asking, what other people would do? What the, okay, a rear naked choke, you have it from back, you want to break down or whatever. So I'm exploring all these positions. See, my arm is here, my arm is there. In front, you know, I can come this way, that way, that way. From the side, I can come this way, and then I can be from the back different ways. Okay, good. So now we're going to go to the next one. So this was small triangle principle. Next one is the idea that you cannot, this one lots of people use for the magic. You cannot resist at the two different directions at the same time. So if I want to break this structure, can you drag them to stay this way, stay strong. See, it's impossible. It doesn't matter what I do, I will break it stuff. Normally, if you're a magic master, and you go up, and person goes down. Now, I'll show you the way to do this under the pressure. Then you can replace narrative and you can talk about magic and I'll explain all that now. Now, for example, stay strong, dragon. So he's strong now, he's not allowing. Okay? But watch. Stay strong. So what the trick is? It's a trick. Very simple trick. I would push his head that way. And he would resist because he doesn't want to go that way. Go that way slowly. So that would be the case if he wouldn't resist. But when I push and he resists, okay? So by pushing, resisting, without releasing the pressure, because if I release the pressure, the problem will be that his brain will recognize and that there is something happening and he would react and prevent attack from the other direction. Okay? So I have the trick. I push at the same pressure. See, same pressure, just change direction towards the back. I'll show one more time. Are you okay, Dragon? Yeah. So go slowly without him resisting. So I'm pushing, he resists lightly. So what I do, I change the direction. So he resists in this plane, and I change, and I go towards the other plane. Now, let me give you some. Now let's say I know this, it's pure mechanics, and I can do this, but I want to do something else. I want to be some, I don't know, energy master. And look at what we do with the replacement of narration. And that's very important. It's going to be part of our classes and discussions and talks we're going to have on this online, whatever this is, classes. I'm new to this. Forgive me because I may be too shy or I'm not putting myself in a flow yet, but we'll see it. Okay, so let's say I'm a master of whatever, magic. So I'll tell them like this, stay strong, and I'll go lightly, you stay strong, you're dragon for real, okay? And I go, and I break him down. And dragon is really strong here, staying strong. People who come to my seminars, they demonstrate this many times. But let's say now, people ask me, so how do you do it? Now, I know, as I explained to you, it's very simple. because you play with the different planes, you cannot resist that way and that way at the same time, so you trick the person. But now I can replace the narrative. And I'll tell you this, and look how it works. People ask me how you can do it, I go, it's very important that you draw energy from the ground, from the source, by inhale. And then, by exhale, you're gonna draw this powerful energy, open his whatever chakra, and then you're gonna take him down. It's gonna go look like this. This is not just in martial arts. You know, basically this is in everything in life. I know what I'm doing, but I give you a different story behind it. So you go for the story and you chase the story and you chase the carrot like a donkey and a carrot you're never gonna catch. But I know the story. Instead of telling you truly what it is all about. And that's why I like combat sports. I like MMA and whatever. It's very real. Okay, I like art part. And we'll talk about that more. Something that I want to do for all my life, research, play, feel good in my body, and have different stories. But when it comes to this cultish behavior, that's why I like combat sports. I like to see it's very, nothing to cheat, nothing, show what you want, or what you know, and then everything is very simple and very visible in a sense. So this is a game. Lots of people say, they do something, they know how to do it, it's just knowledge, like any other knowledge, but they'll give you some mystical lore around it, and you keep following them, and you keep reproducing this story and make it bigger, bigger, bigger. This is how cults are made.